You feel me? I am Sean B. Stoller. What's up? We gonna get into it. Getting my stuff set up. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. You know, it's like I be through these social media streets. I be out here checking out a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And one of the biggest things that I notice is that you got to pay attention to what you're watching, what you're engaging in, what type of conversations you want to have on these different social media platforms. You know what I mean? Whether it's Instagram, YouTube, whatever. We are in the digital age. So it's your distractions. You have to understand your position out here. You know what I'm saying? Because these distractions can be taking you away from getting to that bag. Your distractions can just be some low frequency, you know what I mean? Some low frequency activities where it's counterproductive. It's not really beneficial for you. You really don't get any type of, you may get some type of, satisfaction for right now, but long term, it's doing nothing for you, man. It's actually taking you away from your goals, your ambitions, your drive, your focusedness. So really understand a lot of your distractions, man. Because it's not just your cell phone. It's not just playing the video games, which, I like playing from time to time. But those distractions, huh? That's counterproductive. You really not getting nothing out of it, but just a whole bunch of low frequency, activities. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really understand that. And like I said, because we in a digital age, a lot of the things you do online are there forever. A lot of conversations that you have online, even if you delete them, they're still there. So it's those distractions that's taking you away from your goal. You start losing the grip a little bit. It's nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? Being on these different platforms, even for me, you know what I'm saying? I do this YouTube thing. I do my channel the way I do it, but I still go out here and make things shake. Just like when I get on this mic, I come on here and I bring something to you. So because we in this digital age, you got to understand your position and understand that, hey, man, hey, ain't nothing wrong watching that ratchet TV. Ain't nothing wrong enjoying you know what I mean? The reckless behavior on these different platforms. But at the end of the day, what are you really doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about good game, man. I'm about trying to elevate. And when it's time to have fun, I'm down to have fun. But you can't be having fun all the time when you're not achieving nothing. You can't be out here popping bottles and doing this and that, going here, going there. And your account is negative, man. Huh? So did you get the message? Do you feel me? Oh man. I am Sean B. Stoller. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my subscribers too. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me make sure. Make sure all my stuff is tapped in. Hold up. So this is okay. There it is. Okay. Excuse me. Just checking, making sure. All my stuff is connected because every once in a while when I go live, I be having little issues with my connection. There we go. But distractions, you know what I'm saying? Those distractions can be what's taking you away from your greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always told when you hitting the club, when you going to these lounges and you going out, you celebrating. If you're not in position, what are you celebrating? If you out here, you know what I'm saying, spending your money on these distractions, I don't care if it's the Zaza, you know what I'm saying? It's buying them bottles. If those bottles, that Zaza, ain't making you no money, unless you got some type of health condition, hey, that's a different thing when it comes to the trees. I give you that. But in general, I am speaking. It's cool going out having a good time. I'm not saying that you cannot, my opinion. I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you out here celebrating and you barely holding on to whatever you have, what are you doing? Especially what's going on, what's going on today in America with the economy, the housing market. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand your position. And if we head into some type of recession, more millionaires are made during a recession. So if you in position to buy some property, whether it's to rent or to for you to buy now and what I'm saying, possibly refinance or sell later, this is the time where you need to be focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? You need to be focusing on that. Those distractions that's low frequency that ain't beneficial for you. Ain't nothing wrong going out there having a good time, but at the end of the day, if those distractions is taking you away from your goal, if those distractions is not beneficial for you, you're not getting any type of, you know what I'm saying, anything that's helping you or elevating you or inspiring you to move a different way that's more positive, those distractions, you got to slow down on that because at the end of the day, what are you really doing out here? Do you feel me? You know, as me myself, I like watching different things on different platforms. But one thing I can say when I call it Ratchet TV, you know what I'm saying? When I'm in these different social media sites and things like that, even regular TV, you know what I'm saying? I like being entertained, but if you only get entertainment, you're not getting something that's really, helping you in a way or something that you can be able to use in your everyday life or something that encourage you to move a little bit different, then what is the purpose? We are in a digital era. Everything you do is online. Those comments you leave, they're going to be online forever. Huh? Those different sites you go to, yeah, okay, I know what I'm, hey, you know what I'm talking about. That data is there forever. So those distractions, those negative distractions, you want to keep that to a minimum. If you're not in position, this is not the time to be doing a whole bunch of celebrating, especially with this economy, what's going on, like I said, with the housing market, the stock market, you know what I'm saying? The inflation on goods, food, gas. Man, you got to really tap in to see what's really going on around you and trying to figure out how to better your situation for your people, your community. Huh? That should be the goal right now. I mean, it's cool going out, it's cool doing things, but hey, man, If you barely holding on, you don't need to be hitting no club. You feel me? You need to be out here trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, did you get the message? Do you feel me? You know? Did you get the message out here, man? Because I can tell you this. I went to the grocery store the other day, man, and I mean the cost of eggs is skyrocket right now. I mean, just goods in general. I mean, these prices is crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? I literally spent, I want to say about $300, and I swear, I probably got maybe 3 bags of groceries. You know what I'm saying? And I spent almost $300, man. I'm like, what the hell did I buy? I really didn't get nothing. I still spent almost 300, man. So if I see that, if I'm feeling that, I know. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm in an okay position. I mean, like I said, I ain't richer like that, but I mean, I'm doing pretty well for myself. But if I'm feeling it, in the so-called what they consider middle class or doing okay class, anything below that, you gotta be feeling that. So if you're not in position, man, this is the time for you to really try to, you know, elevate yourself. And if you're already in position, it's all about maintaining that position and continue pushing out here because, like I said, there's so many different things going on. There's so many distractions that's taking people away from whatever they're trying to get after. You don't want to be that individual. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, stuck outside while it's storming and raining without no raincoat, without no umbrella, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when that storm hit, then you wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be looking real bad out there. You feel me? So did you get the message? I try to have a little humor with it though, too. You know what I'm saying? But on seriousness though, all seriousness, you gotta really understand your position and also where you living at. Like for me, I'm in the Bay Area, the Oakland area, the Pacifically, to be specific. And out here it's all about import export. You know what I'm saying? We right next to the, you know, to the loading docks, the docks of Oakland, where a lot of goods come in there, if not on the train. So in my particular area, if you into any type of logistics where whether you delivering goods, you're shipping goods, you doing packaging goods, I mean, that's really the way to go. I mean, outside of, the tech side, you go down to San Jose, which is like an hour away from Oakland with no traffic, give or take. We have the tech side. So I'm saying that to say this: it's a lot of money in the Bay Area, but if you don't understand how things is moving out here, you could be swallowed up real quick. You know what I'm saying? So in your area, you may not have the same type of you know opportunities, but I'm pretty sure there is some type of opportunity. But you got to tap in and see what's worth you getting involved in. And if you're looking to open your own business, whether it's online, that's important too. You know what I'm saying? You got to really understand what the market is in your area or online. If you're looking to do a business and have it online, you need to also pay attention to what the demand is out there. You feel me? And if you got too many distractions going on, how are you going to tap into that? You know what I'm saying? So did you get the message? Do you feel me? Hold on real quick. Had to check on my daughter real quick. She in there sleeping, but thought I heard her moving around. I was about to say, you up, and I'm up a little late recording tonight. I'm like, what you doing in there? But she was asleep though. You know, so many different hats, but I still make it happen. I got a lot of hats. I do it a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But you got to get stay out here and stay motivated, man. You got to stay motivated and try not to get engaged in too many low frequency activities out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, too many low frequency activities that's really not worth your time. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth your time, you know, because I'll tell you this, you can find a lot of people, you can find a lot of people where when it's time to have a good time, it's time to go out, it's time to go get some of that Zaza, it's time to go drink. You can find a whole lot of people that will want to do that. But when you start talking about businesses, looking to open up a business, you looking to invest into stock market or trying to get some rental property or just something where it takes dedication, it takes resources, that's when those people start to fall off. That's when a lot of people say, "Oh man, I wish I can be able to do this with you. I could do that with you." But when it's time to have a good time, hey man, it's like once you open up your door, everybody coming in. But as soon as you start talking about, hey man, can you help and invest into this? I've been this my passion. You show people what you got going on. See how many of them are ready to invest into you, huh? How many of them are willing to go into business partnership with you, huh? So you mean to tell me when I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, killing myself slowly, drinking and smoking and popping this, doing that, I can get a house full of people. But when I'm talking about doing something constructive, being productive, trying to better myself, my community, make this a better situation for all of us, I can't get that much help. But when we talking about blowing them trees, drinking this, going over here, doing this, doing that, everybody prepared. They ready for that. But when it's time to turn up on some real, you feel me? Some real business out here, being some grown up individuals out here, that's when the pickings get real slim. Do you feel? I do not get it. I do not get it. You know, it's like, how can we as a community elevate when a lot of us just not ready for it or they don't want to make that sacrifice for it? So that's why it's important to cut down on a lot of distractions, things that's just not beneficial for you. Because ain't nothing wrong, going out for entertainment. It's nothing wrong doing what you do. You know what I'm saying, to entertain yourself. But at the same time, what is the purpose? Because yeah, you can get a whole bunch of people to drink with you, to smoke with you. But when you talking about some type of business, when you talking about, hey man, let's open up something, let's try to make something that's beneficial for all of us. That's where it's hard to get people to get involved with you, huh? And that's why I say it's important for you to slow down on a lot of low frequency activity and start building yourself up so you can be, first of all, put yourself in position so you can help others, and the ones that want to get involved with you, whether it's in business sense or trying to come together and build something together. When you in position, it makes that path a little bit smoother. It makes that position a whole lot more easier to get to when you have a team behind you that understand what you're trying to get to and what y'all trying to do collectively. So did you get the message? Do you feel, you know? Because I can tell you this, if you pay attention to whoever you watch, outside of my channel, if you pay attention to different podcasters, different YouTubers, Instagram, whatever, when they on that low frequency ratchet conversation, look how many followers and subscribers those folks get, right? But when you start talking about positivity, when you start talking about elevating and lifting yourself up, understanding your position, huh? Look how few views that get. Do you feel? So that's why I say, try to slow down on some of those low frequency distractions because it's really not beneficial. I mean, yeah, it's cool because I watch it, you know what I'm saying? I get engaged, but I have a limit that I don't cross. Once I'm not gonna sit up here and be watching and listening to all this ratchetness all day, every day. I need something that's giving me some type of game in a sense of life or just something that's motivational. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just pay attention to how things go. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's important when you watching my channel. You hit that subscribe button, you hit that hit that like button. Share it because all on my channel, all I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. I am Sean B. Stola. And tap in with me, huh? you know, because it's like, I was a little bit while back, a couple of months ago, I was trying to, put something together, you know what I'm saying? Where it would be beneficial for everybody that was involved. Because one thing about me and what I do is that I always try to find ways where, as a group, as a collective of people, I try to find ways for us all to come together and do something positive. It doesn't have to be like a big thing, but just in general, like what I was trying to do a few months back is that I was trying to get a group of some of my coworkers together, and I was trying to come up with this business plan because we all make good money. You know what I'm saying? Make really good money, and it's like I'm trying to come up with this thing, and everybody was down for it because the way I had it laid out before I, discussed it, I had set up like a little party. I had everybody come through. I had drinks. I had the Zaza. I had a lot of different things going on, for everybody to enjoy themselves. But in the midst of all that, I wanted to introduce this business idea. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say what it is because, I don't have it copywritten yet. But anyway, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of the breakdown. And everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of folks there, not just people I work with, but some other folks I know too that's, doing pretty well for themselves. So I had this idea where I was gonna throw like this little party, and I had everything laid out. Everybody was having a good time. But once I grabbed the mic and I started talking about what this party was really representing, you know what I'm saying? When I started talking about doing business and, here's my business plan, I'm thinking about doing this, this, and that, I could just see the whole morale of the party just went down. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was having a good time. But once I started talking about, okay, anybody consider doing this, and I start showing them that. I had a little, like the little, the jumbotron type setup where you could see everything. So I had it all laid out, all professionally setting, all set up in a professional manner, I should say. And the whole morale of the party changed after that because it's like, damn, I just came here to party. I really didn't want to discuss. I didn't want to go into business or I didn't even want to entertain that. I'm like, okay, well, I told you, it was going to be it's a business party. But nobody paid attention to the business part. They only paid attention to just the party. So that's why I say, you want to make sure you put yourself in position. You know what I'm saying? The best of your ability, because you're not going to be perfect. I mean, I'm not perfect. Everything you do, you're going to take some bumps along the way, but the key part of it is just that you getting after it, you pursuing it. So I end up getting a couple of folks to we was able to work something out. So I got something in the works, going, working on it. But it just when I think back on it, I just have to laugh because, you know, if you would have been there, it would have been like everybody partying. Hey, 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 okay, here's the business plan. Oh, it's time to go. You know what I mean? Where's my jacket? Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, my mama calling me, man. Hey, I gotta go. So yeah, you don't want to get involved in too much negativity, especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, because it's not paying right now to be a street dude. That ain't working out. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of examples out there to show you, this is not the way to go. You know what I mean? The whole snitching thing going on. I mean, I touched on it. I'm not really going back there, but uh the street way is not the way to go. That's my opinion. It's way too many ways in America to make good money. You just have to understand your position, understand your area, your location, and what's moving in your area. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. And then, even if you do your own personal business, you have to understand the market that you're trying to go into and try to find your own niche on how to present whatever you're trying to offer to people. Do you feel? Did you get the message, huh? you know? But it's very important for that because if you're looking to be successful, if you're looking to continue being successful, you got to always be thinking ahead. You got to always think of how can I evolve? How can I build on whatever I have and to be able to enhance it to continue being successful? Everything you do in life, it's all about moving forward. We can't go back in time. A lot of people, like I said, love the golden era, the 90s. Yeah, I mean, you can go back and listen to the music, but you can never go back into time, into that era ever again. So time is always moving forward. So Why not you? Why you not moving forward and adapting to where we at today? Because everything you do nowadays is online, digital paperwork is always there. Even if you delete it, they can still access it. So you got to understand your position and continue moving accordingly. Do you feel? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and another thing too, your circle. You got to understand who's in your circle and who's not worth having in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, because right now, this is not the time to be playing around. You know what I'm saying? This is not it. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong having fun, but at the end of the day, what are you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you hit my age, I'm in my 40s. So it's like, yeah, I'm trying to have a good time, but that ain't the only thing I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to have fun and that's it. No, I'm out here trying to, what I'm saying, continue get out here making things happen and trying to elevate and continue having success. And I have little ones that's coming up after me. You know what I'm saying? So I got little ones coming up, and I'm trying to make sure I put them in a better position than I was. So I got a whole lot more life to go, and it's a whole lot more game I need to have. You know what I'm saying? So to anyone that feels anyone you feel what I'm saying or feel at least have that understanding of what I'm saying, you gotta feel me on that because everything is forever evolving, man. You know what I'm saying? Even something that was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that ain't the wave today. So you gotta continue evolving with the times, but also understanding your position at the same time. All of that is important. It's all connected together. That's why I talk a lot of that on my channel. If you go back and watch a lot of my other videos, that's pretty much a lot of the game that I bring to you is that, you know, you have to understand your position and not allow to get finessed out of your position. That's where those distractions come in at. You know what I mean? Too much Zaza, too much drinking, too much, you know what I'm saying? Playing video games or too much into that ratchet life. When you get too much engulfed into that, man, that take away from your strength, your energy. There's nothing wrong watching it, listening to it. I do it myself. But like I said, it comes to a point where, okay, I need to slow down on that and start being more productive in my personal life. You know what I mean? But making sure that I'm pushing myself to make sure I'm either staying in my position or building to get into a better position because life is forever evolving. And if you don't evolve, you become a dinosaur. And what is a dinosaur? Extinct. Do you feel? You know? As last year, I'm not trying to dwell on what I didn't have last year. This is a whole new year. It's a new me. The core of me, my standards gonna always be there, but at the same time, I'm looking to enhance what I have. So whatever happened or didn't happen last year, it doesn't matter right now. Because I'm constantly moving with the times, man. I'm constantly out here pushing and making things happen, man. How about you? So you got to continue pushing out here and keep getting after whatever you trying to complete, whatever your drive is, whatever you want to be, or how do you see yourself? Get out here and make things crack and make it pop the way you want it to. Do you feel? You know? Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate that. You know, because I drop videos, at least 3 to 4 videos a week. I'm always dropping shorts, so my channel is always active. You go look at my timeline, I'm always dropping something on my channel. So I appreciate all my subscribers, any new subscribers, whether you watch my short videos, my long videos, I appreciate you. It's a lot of YouTubers out there, it's a lot of podcasters out there, but you watching me, so I appreciate you, you know? But don't put yourself in a position where you basically finesse yourself out of your own position by having way too many distractions that's not beneficial for you. That's not giving you anything other than just a whole bunch of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a time and a place for everything. But don't let your time and a place be wasted on a whole bunch of low frequency activity where you get nothing from it. Do you feel? You know? And it's like, I feel like a lot of individuals out there just won't get it. But for the ones that do, you will be successful. You will meet your goal. You will tap into your greatness. That's my personal opinion. That's what I believe. But it's up to you to push yourself to the next level. It's up to you to have that focusedness. It's up to you to have that dedication. It's up to you to continue pushing out here. Do you feel me? You know, I'm feeling good tonight. I know it's late when I'm recording this, but whenever you watching this, hey, I appreciate you. you know, but yeah, because I was watching a couple of other shows today. You know what I mean? Some other YouTubers, and one thing about me, I'm not coming at any personal uh YouTuber or podcaster. But what I start to see, when I come on this mic, y'all get 100% of me. I don't show a lot of videos or of other people content on my show. I don't do that. My channel's not built around talking about a whole bunch of foolishness with other people doing. That's not my angle. But when I be on some of these channels, man, all they do is show other people videos and they just make comments about them. You know what I mean? Like they don't have no type of originality. They don't have they have their own character or anything, but they want to talk bad about what somebody else is doing. And I'm like, that's a distraction within itself. It's like, okay, you got a lot to say about the next individual, but your content, you don't talk about anything. So I say that to say this. Don't be one of those people where you always talk negative about somebody else, but you ain't out here doing nothing. You always you want to critique somebody else, but you don't have nothing to critique, huh? Don't be those individuals where you just a Debbie Downer. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell you, "Hey, man, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that," and only thing you can focus on is the negativity. Don't be one of those individuals. Do you feel? You know, because it's like one thing I can tell you, and one thing I have experienced in my life is that when you really truly busy pursuing whatever you trying to get to, you will find out that you don't have a lot of time for just a lot of downtime for a whole bunch of foolishness or things that really don't matter. You don't have a lot of time for that, especially if you got kids involved. You know what I'm saying? If you work in a job and you pursuing your dream, like your own personal business on top of that, or some type of online business you're trying to do, you don't have a lot of personal time for just to waste your time on stuff that really ain't doing nothing for you. You understand me? So when you out here pushing and you out here putting yourself in position, you don't have time to be commenting on a whole bunch of other people channels or YouTubes or podcasts or Instagram or whatever. You don't have a lot of time for that when you really out here pushing and getting after your dreams, huh? Because it takes so much energy just to get out there and make things happen for yourself. So why would I spend my time that I have left on something that's not even worth my time? Do you feel? Think about that for a minute. You know what I mean? Because I do a lot of things in a day. We got 24 hours in a day, and I probably work at least 18 to 19 hours a day. Because even though I'm doing well for myself, I'm nowhere close to where I really want to be. So that's why I say you got to keep pushing out here. Stay getting after it. And you have to learn different things. And another thing, you want to get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you want to be great, that's my opinion. Get comfortable being uncomfortable in those situations that you don't like. You got to get used to that. You got to get used to mastering the L. Mastering the L. Get used to that. See, everybody want to tell you. Now, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people want to talk about once they get in position, all the great parts. But it's still some things that you go through along the way before you tap into your greatness and you're on that success ladder. You still have a point where you went through things, you tried out things that worked, some didn't. And in that process, you learn what to do and what not to do. So mastering the L, taking that loss is important. That's part of your process. That's part of you learning what to do and what not to do, especially if you're looking to do your own business. All of that ties in together. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to master the L. Learn how to be in uncomfortable positions and learning how to navigate through that, right? Because once you learn how to handle all of that, in my opinion, that's when you be able to elevate. Because now, when those situations come up again or something similar to that come up again, you know how to treat it, right? When you're in a uncomfortable position, you will learn how to tap into your greatness, how you tap into that elevation of how you can be able to elevate to a higher level to complete the task or the journey that you're trying to complete. Do you feel me? And that's why I say you got to master the L. Did you get the message? Do you feel me? You know? And also, for a lot of people, for those individuals that's not looking out for your best interests, but they claim they're your bestie, they claim they the real one, huh? When they claim that, oh man, I'm down, for whatever you want to do, let's make it happen. For those individuals that only point out the negative parts, they don't try to be, you know, they don't try to give you anything that's, like I said, anything that's help motivate you or something that helps support you in a positive way. You might want to change your friendship, your relationship. Uh-huh. Because if you're only focusing on the negative parts, how's that beneficial for me? How is that supposed to inspire me when you only bring up the negativity? Why not the positivity? Why not dwell on the positive aspect of it as well? I mean, we can always touch on it's good to have a level head. I'm not saying that. But you have an understanding of where you at and what's the steps and what could work and what may not work. Having that understanding, that's very important. But if you only bringing me negativity, that's not beneficial for me. So did you get the message? Do you feel? You know? And it's like I can't stress that enough. Is that you got to continue getting after what you want to do. But the key to it is you got to know what you want to do, but you only going to get that by you going through your steps of life, going through your process and being relentless about your goals, you know? Because it's like, you take sports, for instance, basketball. A lot of your basketball players, they practice every day. Somebody like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. I mean, there's so many I can name. Imagine how much they practice. Like we're not even going to bring up the game. Just imagine how many shots Steph Curry shoot on a daily basis, whether he's playing a game or not. In his off season, you think he's just taking? I mean, you're going to take trips, of course. Spend time with your family, of course. But at the end of the day, he gonna be somewhere next to a gym shooting those threes, practicing when nobody's looking. So that's one of the keys you gotta always remember. Before you get to the top, there's a journey involved. In that journey, you're gonna have some bumps. You're gonna take some L's. You're going to learn what not to do. But if you don't go on that journey, if you don't try to put yourself in position, if you don't go out there and pursue it, you will never know. And you will never be able to tap into your greatness. Do you feel? Did you get the message? You know, it's like if you look at a lot of your most famous and wealthy individuals out there, from the Apples to, you know, to your Facebook, to your YouTube, to whoever, if you go back and read these people's stories and the hours, the years that they put into what to build whatever they have up, even Amazon. If you go back and look at any of their history, you will see that it was a lot of L's taken in that process. It was a journey to get to their goal, but they stayed dedicated. Huh? Sports, like I said, even go back and look at Michael Jordan. Everybody talk about the 6 rings, but he had a long road before he got to those rings that he was, when he wasn't the most popular player at one point in time. You had your, Magic Johnsons, your Larry Birds. I mean, it was so many. But the more you focus on you and building up whatever you're trying to get to, that's when you tap into your greatness. That's when you start finding out the things that work best for you. That's when you start to get a better understanding of your position. That's when you able to figure out, okay, this is the best move for me based on the steps I took to get here. Huh? But if you and get engulfed into a lot of negativity, low frequency activity, you will never be able to see the play before it happened because you're not focusing on you. You're focusing on other people, other things, and you need to be focusing on what you got going on or what you're trying to build yourself up to. Do you feel? You know? So that's why I always say continue pushing out here and try not to get too many low frequency activities around you, because it's cool. Like I said, doing whatever you do. But when it comes to what you want in life, when it comes to who you want to be in life, when it comes to how you see yourself in life, don't get mad at the next individual when you didn't put in that work. Don't get mad at the next individual when you wasn't really pursuing it. You was lazy. You was just following what everybody else was doing, but that wasn't you. So get after it, make it happen, and believe in yourself. that's when you can tap into the greatness. And you'll be surprised how things come to you, how people would want to help you when you focusing on what your goals are, when you trying to pursue certain things, huh? So that's definitely my opinion. And I'm talking from that, from what I'm saying to you is a lot of this is from my own life and things I've been through and things I have experienced, you know? So where we at? Almost an hour. I'm gonna shut this down in a little bit. But I just had to come on this mic and have a conversation because I'm always gonna bring material to you. I'm always gonna, you know, go live and do other videos because it's important to me. My opinion is I just like to try to bring something a little bit different than what you used to. I try to, be as original as I can because I don't try to bite other content creators. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching a lot of channels. I see how folks be using people material. You know, I may use a word or two, but other than that, I come up with my own topics, my own sauce on how I do things. So I hope y'all like my content as well, because I definitely try to be as original as I can, you know? And like I said, thank you to all my subscribers. You new to the channel? Welcome. I am Sean B. Stola. You know, I'm gonna drop another video tomorrow. I'm gonna try to start my live a little bit earlier, maybe around 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'm on the West Coast Bay Area, so about 9:30. I usually try to go live tonight. I started a little bit late, but usually when I go live, I start at 9:30 p.m. I usually go for an hour, hour and a half, depending on how the conversation go. So be on the lookout for a new video tomorrow, and I will be dropping frequently as possible. So I appreciate y'all for watching my channel, and I think that's about it. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's it. I was checking my notes. Okay, yeah, that's it. So thank you for tapping in with me. I am Sean B. Stola. What I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. I am Sean B. Stola. Again, until next time, peace.